Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we're going to be learning about all of the storage in this pack. So, I hope you guys are ready. So today, getting started, we have a few quests to kind of take care of before we move on to anything else. Money is a big part of this pack, and we really need to start focusing on that aspect. So, in order to do that, let's go to our storage tab, and let's go ahead and get this huge section here of storage stuff, minus the singularities, done. We have just about all that, and this Alchemical Chest we can also claim once we go down this line of different storage types. And I think today would be a good time to talk about storage and to work towards covering pretty much everything in the storage tab. We can go over refined storage, but refined storage is very similar to applied logistics, except for it's pretty much disabled on the server due to lag issues. So we'll probably make all these items just to get, the rewards for them, because there's pretty good money in this, especially the 64K storage part, which I think is all EMCable, yeah. So we could probably easily get a $100 bill there. But let's go ahead and start claiming these. We've already done every single quest for this. I have every single item made. I even made the cell workbench and the security terminal, which we'll use eventually. Right now, we have no need for them, really. We have all the pure crystals. We have an ME controller, or actually our ME controller's right here. Let's grab our ME controller real quick. I don't think it consumes our ME controller. I would hope not. Does it? Click to submit. Does not consume. Okay, yeah. And interface, we've done that. We've done the drive. I think I have a drive I can just pull up, right? Might be the only item I didn't have on me at the time. So, drive, let's claim that. Security terminal. I'm pretty sure I had that on me. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I needed to make the security terminal. That's right. So, let's go ahead and get some power to this. And we were missing the last part for the security terminal. The security terminal is actually pretty cool. It allows you to lock up your system. So if you didn't actually have your system claimed, you could use a security terminal to lock people out of it. Or it allows people inside it. So if you use it and you want to allow people to only be able to access certain things, like they could maybe only open this up and look at your items, you can actually do that if you wanted to. And make it open so people can just see your items but can't actually interact with them. That's a really cool feature of that security terminal. So let's go ahead and close that. I already made the smart cables and things like that, the dense cable, 64K crafting storage. That was all a part of our crafting setup, in which I think we had saved that. 64K, yeah, crafting right there. The crafting monitor, which I think is in here. Yep, crafting monitor itself was stored. And the molecular assembler and the cell workbench. The cell workbench allows you to manipulate your drawers or your drives and stuff like that. Awesome. So we have all that stuff stored up. Let's go ahead and toss that in there. And let's claim all of our rewards. You can actually click this button up here to claim all your rewards that are open at once. So as you can see, we just did that, which got us, well, I don't think it got us a drive, did it? Is one of these a drive? There's no way. Yeah, one of them is a drive. So we ended up getting ourselves another drive by making a drive. How convenient. So, we got some money now. We got our first $100 bill, which is really nice. So let's take our 20, I'll put my 100 there, and put our 10 there. We have some more 5s. We have some more 1s, and more 20s. Leading us with $364 and a bit of change. There we go. $65.41. Awesome. Let's open up our loot crate. What do we get? Hey, we got 64K storage parts, which is actually a part of this quest, which I don't think we can claim yet because we have to get there, but we just got that quick. And there's a 64K storage part from Refined Storage. You can't beat that. That's really nice. So, let's talk about storage and all the different types of storage that we have. So there are chests. Of course, everybody knows about a chest. We can make a chest. Bam, simple storage. Then we go up to upgrading to a different type. So let's claim our quest there. All right, so we need copper. copper is going to allow us to upgrade this chest to a copper version. And this will give us more storage than a normal chest. Here's a normal chest, here's a copper chest, plus you can place them side by side and they don't actually join. This is a normal sized chest, this is a copper chest. You can see a normal storage chest has 3 rows, and this one has 5 rows. So it adds there, which is really nice. Also, you can break it with a pick pretty easy. So with that being done, we can go ahead and claim that one as well. Now we need to move to the iron chest. And yes, you can upgrade this. And you can upgrade this with with just some iron on a chest. There are different tiers of chests. You also have upgrade kits, because this mod is called Iron Chests. And you do actually have upgrade kits that you can use. So you can take a normal wooden chest to iron, or you can take it to copper. Either one works. And this one, if we take a look, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 storages, where this one only has 5. So the iron chest is better than the copper. So we have that. Let's go ahead and claim that one. And then we have the silver chest. Alright, so a silver chest will come from a copper chest. So let's grab some silver. And if we take some silver, we can actually upgrade our copper chest to silver. Pretty simple. Let's take a look at how much the silver chest holds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's an upgrade from the 6 that an iron one does. So a silver one is better in that regard. So what can an iron one upgrade to? Well, we have that listed here, and that's gold. So let's go ahead and make a gold chest. Now in this pack, gold is kind of expensive because of how EMC works, but upgrading this is kind of worth it. So you have 2 different paths you can take. You can take the copper route, or you can take the iron route. And the gold chest, I think, has 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. This one has 1 more. So if you go the iron route, you'll end up with 1 more storage row versus the copper route, which is pretty nice. I'm learning. Look, I'm learning something new every day. I didn't even know that, and now I'm learning it. All right, so let's get into the diamond chest. And the diamond chest is actually different. I'll actually show you how to upgrade with one of these kits. So let's go ahead and make this. This is called a gold to diamond shulker box upgrade. We actually don't need a shulker. We need a chest upgrade. You can use shulkers, by the way, or shulker boxes, and do the same thing. But this is going to be a gold to diamond upgrade, and I'm going to show you how to actually use just the regular upgrade for this. So let's take our gold. We'll place it down. This is when you actually want to upgrade it with items in it. You can have items inside and upgrade it with this. That'll change it, and your items still stay in here. And this chest is a little bit different. Take a look at this chest. You'll see that this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 columns. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 columns. But its rows are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you end up getting more storage still, but they're expanding it in a different way, which is awesome. But that's how you actually use those upgrades. And we can now actually claim that diamond chest. And now we move on to an obsidian chest. Now, the obsidian chest isn't so much useful for its storage, like how much it actually stores, but it's actually pretty good for its blast resistance. So it can pretty much withstand blast from stuff. And to upgrade that, you just need some obsidian surrounded by a chest. You can also do an upgrade for it as well, and that will get you an obsidian chest. Now, like I said, this thing doesn't have that much more storage than a diamond one. I think it's exactly the same, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. And it may have less rows. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Has exactly the same as a diamond. It just has a higher blast resistance. And it also takes a little bit longer to mine if you don't have a nice ender pick like I have at the moment. But we can go ahead and claim that. We're getting our way all the way through here. Now, I probably should be doing something. I should be probably adding these to my EMC list while I'm doing this. But I'm not that concerned about it. All right, and now moving to the Alchemical Chest. Now, this one we actually have inside of our table. We actually got that as a loot item early on. And this has an even bigger storage. I think it's still 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 columns. So 13 for this amazing chest. That chest is really nice, by the way. So let's go ahead and claim that one. And now we get into the Draconic chest. Now, Draconic evolution is pretty crazy, and the Draconic chest is also pretty ridiculous. And we're going to get $50 for this. Let's look at what it takes to get a Draconic chest. I mean, because we do have access to Draconic. So as you can see, it is actually a fusion crafting recipe. I don't want to get into fusion crafting yet, but we will make this chest eventually. This chest is pretty amazing. It does several things, and it's not just a chest. Let's just put it that way. It's not just a chest, but we'll look into this eventually. It does require some draconium and things like that. Also, it requires, of course, some draconium to get started with the fusion crafting itself. We do have the power to support it. We do actually have draconium chickens from me breeding all of the chickens up. I think I have them in here. Yeah, here's some draconium chickens. Also, we have some awakened draconium chickens as well. It's pretty crazy what you can do with chickens. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to throw those in there. We do have some nice upgraded chickens. There we go. And yeah, this is still broken, but what are you going to do? And then I'll throw these away, because I'm just working towards leveling these guys up. Anyways, we have that all done, right? All the way up to that part. So I haven't actually unlocked that chest yet, but we're going to get into it. But we went all the way through this. So let's claim all of our rewards. And what do we get? Well, we get a little bit of money. That's for sure. We definitely got some more money. So let's throw that in here. And the money's what we're actually looking for. I need at least $1,000 to unlock a huge portion of the way this pack works. And we're only going to get there if we start making some money. That's the only way we're going to get there. I've spent some money, and usually you got to spend some money to make some money, which I have. I invested in chickens early on. I also invested in the Drop of Evil early on. I didn't invest in any of these other things. I don't even know what this is. Mending. It's a mending enchantment book. I didn't even invest in that. So there's no need for it. But these, the Dragon's Breath, that's going to be pretty handy later on. And as you can see, it does cost $150 for 8 of them, which is pretty good. That's pretty good. We could probably stack up on Dragon's Breath early on, but automating them is something that I want to do. This is where I have to invest. Takes money to make money. It's worth $1,000 investment to potentially make a lot more. And that allows us to turn in stuff here to make money. So we can turn in all of these items, like empowered emeraldic and crystals, like these. We could easily automate those. You only make $3 from those. But yes, you can actually turn those in. And same with all this other stuff. We need to find out what makes the most money and maybe see if we can't set up some really good automation for this. So like honey from bees is really nice. UU matter is probably the best. But yeah, we're going to work our way through that. But let's go back to storage, because that's really what we're focusing on right now. Let's talk about Yabba barrels. It's been a long time, or Yabba barrels. It's been a long time. He used to be called Jabba, I think, and now it's Yabba. It's a successor, which is it's a really nice mod. And we do have some nice upgrades that we can add to this. So let's take a look at actually making these upgrades and using these barrels. So I need to, for one thing, let me just store some of these chests that I've gained inside my EMC tablet. There we go. And let's start working on this. So Yabba. Yabba is a pretty simple mod. It's very similar to storage drawers, but it has a little bit more, I think, customizability that you can do. So to get started, you're going to need a chest and some kind of blank barrel upgrade. Blank barrel upgrade, pretty simple to make. And to actually make one and use it, that's also pretty simple as well. And we can also claim the barrel. Now, I want to actually save these. And I can save the blank upgrades. That's all fine and dandy. When you place this down, it is just a plain barrel, and it stores a few items. You can store items in just like that, but the cool thing about this versus a storage drawer is when you look at it, as you can see, it actually displays the items like that, instead of showing you inside of your JEI or your NEI or whatever mod you have showing what items you're looking at. But if I hold shift, I can actually still see that on this barrel. So we have that done. Let's take a look at storage drawers. So a basic storage drawer is going to be pretty simple, but this is not requiring just a basic storage drawer. It's requiring a 2x2. So let's take a look at storage drawers. Probably look at it down here. So storage drawers is right here. And here's a basic 2x2 storage drawer. Very simple. Let's go ahead and make that. And I'm also going to grab some items to throw in here. So this is the 2x2 storage drawer that it wants you to make. Normally, I don't normally use a 2x2. I'll usually supplement like large quantity items that have a lot of different items amounts with those barrels, but they do work and they're actually pretty nice. So let's place that side by side. As you can see, this one affects the multi-block. It's full block. This one does not. This, when items are stored, simply does not tell you what you're looking at when you hover over it. So that's kind of the difference here. But you can still see the amount when you hold shift. Whereas on this one, if you hold shift while looking at it, it'll actually show you how many items left you can store in here. So right now you see there's 63 bread, but if I get some more bread, and it's the same mechanic, I throw it in here, you'll see 2 times 64, and if I hold it, it'll tell me exactly the number that's stored in here and how much I have left. And then over here, it doesn't really do that. It just tells you how much is actually stored inside, and if you hold shift, it tells you that same information. It just doesn't show you directly while looking at it. You have to actually hit shift on here to see it, or have a mod installed, where you don't on this one. So, which one do you guys like? Let me know down in the comments, what's your favorite? Do you prefer Yabba barrels, or do you prefer storage drawers? And let me know what you guys think of these mods. I really do like both of them. I've really not I've not used Yabba too much. Mainly because a lot of packs don't have, well, they'll have both, but a lot of times they won't have Yabba barrels in them. It's just just a coincidence that these actually have them. Of course, to get items out, you just shift right click. This one makes a noise. This one does not. As you can hear, it makes a noise when you place it in, but not when you pull out. When you place it in, when you pull it out, it actually makes a noise, like you're picking the item up off the ground. So it's just a matter of preference which one is your favorite. And it probably doesn't really matter. This one, the Yabba barrels, I don't think it has the ability to put multiple items in it at once, whereas this one you can. You can have up to 4 items, different items in one block space. All right, let's go back to Yabba. So, Yabba, there we go. And let's take a look at what we need. So we're going to make these upgrades for this. We need an iron tier upgrade, which is going to require those blank upgrades. So an iron tier, I'm guessing it wants us to make all of the tiers up, right? Gold, diamond, and then infinity. So gold, diamond tier, and you can see these are really easy to make. And then the infinity, which is going to require another star. Pretty simple there. So, and you get 8 of those, by the way, the 8 infinity capacities, which will make this have an unlimited storage amount, which I think is kind of crazy. So if you want something that can infinitely store items, and you don't want to void them, Yabba's the way to go, because you can make each one of those. So let's go ahead and tier those up. And this one gives you a $100 bill. That's what I'm looking for, is some hundos. And now we need to get into this mod, which we're going to finish up the rest of this storage. And I'm going to save these items. Of course, I've already stored these items. I'm going to go ahead and store these all in there with the EMC. And I'll keep my storage drawers on me because I'm going to need those. And it's just nice to have all these different types of storages on you. Now, I know today we're not getting too deep into automation, but I'm kind of covering a few different storage techniques that you could probably use even early game if you wanted to. All right, let's go back to storage drawers. Now that I've kind of talked a little bit about the differences between the two, let's start worrying about a bit more. I can tell you that searching for storage drawers in JEI is not the easiest thing to do. I think you can do drawers or at drawers, and it's a little easier to see the items. But when you type at storage, it's a little harder to find, where Yabba is pretty simple. So, back into this. We need to make a half drawer. To do that, it's going to require half slabs. So that's pretty simple. And the only thing special about this is it's literally just half the size. So if you take a look over here, it's half the size. So, I mean, if you have a decorating preference, this would be useful for that. Plus, you can fully customize the way this block looks, similar to the Yabba. Yabba both have customizable settings. You can make it look like any block you want it to. This one just is more square and isn't so round, so it's just a little bit different. And of course, like I said, it's just a preference thing. So, as you can see, we have those done. There we go, half drawers. Now, drawer keys. Drawer keys are pretty interesting on how they work. It's going to be kind of cool to actually get to talk a little bit about storage keys. Because normally I don't use too many. I will use the main drawer key, which we need to make an upgrade template, which actually requires some kind of drawer. I'm just going to EMC this real quick. And I'm going to grab some. So we have upgrade templates. Let's just grab a few. All right, so back in here on the key, this is going to require a few different things, but this is just your normal lock key. Then we have a concealment key, which will hide the labels. Oh, it looks like we actually have to make Eyes of Ender. I can't believe I haven't saved these yet, but there we go. So much like this, it's going to require the main key. So let's go ahead and make the main, or use the main key. We're going to need, I guess, 2 more keys. Right? We need 2 more keys and then another main key. Awesome. So there we go. That's going to require a name tag. We actually haven't received a name tag yet. I know, surprising. A book of quill. There we go. We have a quantify. And show or hide stored quantity labels. This is where it kind of unlocks some features that Yabba currently has. Now, you have to have keys to get to these. Now, this right here is protect access from other players. It allows you to protect stuff. I can't actually make it because, of course, I haven't pulled out one from a common loot bag or anything like that yet. Mainly because I haven't done the loot bag stuff. Actually, you know what? We could probably... Let's grab some common loot bags. We might get lucky. Let's grab our storage. Let's see, bag... Storage? Place that down. Let's get some... common ones, because that was where it was at, right? It was from common loot bags. So some records. Boy, oh boy, I want name tags, please. Getting everything but name tags. Iridium shards are nice, though. I'll take those. I think we have a chance. Let's just let's go ahead and throw everything that can be EMC'd in here and take all this stuff out. There we go. And we'll try for some more. I really need that name tag. And I like to get it on camera. Loot bags are kind of weird. I know I can use a loot bag opener, but like I said, they're disabled on the server. Well, we didn't get it there, which is fine. I don't know what we just put in there. There was a decay. Throw this back down. Come on, give me. I wonder how rare the name tag actually is. I guess it's just a random chance. Much like all of this is a random chance. Hey, there's a Staff of Traveling. That's nice. Alright, well, we didn't get it right now. We haven't received it yet. And I am taking a little off track, which I wanted to stay as much on track on today's video as possible. That's just not happening. Let's take out the loot bags that we currently have. Actually, name tag is a quest that I need. And I would love to get that. So finally, after clicking on this chest several times with a loot tag, by the way, of course I was doing it the hard way, but you can shift right click on a chest. I finally got a name tag. Whew. That took a little bit of time. But anyways, let's get that name tag. And we'll use that to make the key. Okay. So there's all the keys. And let's take a look at our quest here. We need to go ahead and claim those. And I'll kind of talk a little bit about how those work. So, let's get a drawer. Place it down. We'll place drawers in our drawer. Now you can see that it says there's 2 in there. And if you take a concealment key, you can actually hide the icon that shows up. Because for some people, it can be pretty laggy to see the items. You know, to have those items rendered there can cause a little bit of lag. So if you right click on your block, you can actually hide that. And sometimes helps with FPS. So the protection keys, this will protect from other players. So if you lock your drawer with like that, no other player should be able to get into this drawer, even if your claim is unprotected. It'll prevent that. Then we have the drawer key. This locks your drawer. So if you go to pull out all the items that were in here, it'll still have them stored. This is good for automation and things like that. And then if you just hit that again, it'll unlock it. Then we have show or hide quantity labels. As you can see, now you can see how many items are actually stored in here. And sometimes you either want that on or want that off, depending on you know, if your FPS can handle it or not. If you're okay with having rendered screens and stuff like that, you should be fine. For me, it's normally fine. And sometimes I like having that on there, but sometimes it's also easier just to see how many items are currently stored. But anyways, that's another way to make it look kind of like a Yabba barrel. But that's about it for storage drawers. There's not much. You have compacting drawers and, of course, a controller. So let's work on making that. Here's a compacting drawer. That is a pretty easy block to make. So a compacting drawer. If we take something like, what do we have? Iron? Let's take a stack of iron, and we put that inside of a compacting drawer. What it's going to do, it's going to give us all of the different types. So we can either pull out blocks, like that. We can pull out iron, like that. Or we can pull out nuggets. And it's going to pull from the internal inventory, which comes from, and which stores how much iron is actually in here. And of course, all the same keys work on this as well. Next, we now have the drawer controller. Or I guess I can probably look it up right here. The drawer controller, which should be pretty easy for us to make. The drawer controller is a really cool thing. If we take these drawers, we place them next to this, like that, we can place items like iron into one of these drawers. And instead, if we this can actually extend out 16 blocks, I think. So if you have a drawer here, I think it goes 16 blocks. It could be wrong. But if I click on here, it'll store my items into the corresponding chests or drawers, and all I have to do is be linked. And then you can also pipe things into this as well. So it's pretty easy to set up for automation, which I absolutely love. So there we go. Hope you guys learned something from that. Now all I got to do is claim the rewards. Right? Compacting drawer. Didn't I get that? I have a compacting drawer. Why is it not letting me claim it? Compacting drawer, drawer controller. I don't know if the keys can be learned. Oh yes, they can. Okay. Just making sure. I guess compacting drawer. Maybe something's in there. And it was acting funky. Right? There it goes. Yeah, it must have been something to do with the data stored on them. But yeah, there's all of those now claimed. Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot of stuff. A lot of info. A lot of drawer knowledge, right? So let's claim our rewards for all of those. And we should have some big bucks here. Like we got another $100 bill. Some more 10s, 1s and 5s. some more change. We're up to $500 just from working on some storage stuff. Now we have the trash can. We've already made a quantum tank, but we need a quantum storage and a trash can. Quantum storage is really cool as well. And I'm pretty sure I have a trash can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have a trash can. So trash can's pretty simple. You can pipe items into it. You can open it up. You can throw items in it. And it looks like we got a uncommon loot crate from that. Now the quantum storage, well, this mod is actually crazy. Quantum storage, let's pop it over here. Quantum storage, for like the actual quantum itself, requires these iron crates, which these are actually pretty cool just in themselves, because you can place items in them. Break this, and it actually keeps the inventory on it when you break it. So it's like a chest, which is really cool. So let's actually learn that before I just kind of get ahead of myself. Let's upgrade that with some gold. There we go. And we got that one. Save that. Upgrade that one more time. And then we can save that one. Even though these aren't exactly necessary to save, I'll just keep them. And then we upgrade it finally to a quantum storage. This thing is kind of ridiculous. It stores like 2 billion items? 2,147,483,647. Yeah. That's a lot of items. So yeah, it stores a lot of stuff. So this is something really cool to have if you have a large quantity of items that you want to keep at hand, and even use it for stuff like this with a storage bus. So, that being done, that's another item that we got done, right? Quantum storage, for some reason it's not letting me claim it. I don't know why. Let's try throwing it in here. Getting a fresh one. There we go. Now let us claim it. For some reason that happens, something with the metadata. Alright, and then we have a few different things. Here is the quantum bag, which is really nice. And then we also have the resonant satchel. These are stuff that we're going to work on over time. And then, of course, we have our barrel, hammer, and painter, which allows us to customize the way these barrels look. And then we also have packing tape, which allows us to move storage drawers with items in them. And then we have a diamond chest transporter. So let's try and get all that in. So, chest transporters. A diamond chest transporter is pretty easy to make. And then we also need Yabba. We need a barrel hammer, which we're going to need some more of these blank upgrades. Barrel hammer, a barrel painter, pretty simple. And what else was it we needed? We needed tape. So, let's get some packing tape. Nice. And all of those items are stuff that we're going to need if we use these storages. And we can claim all of our rewards. And looky there, we now have some more cash. Also, we have 2 of these. So, let me store all of these items away. Let's open up a couple loot crates. What do we get? Ooh, we got an eye chisel that time. I don't actually have an eye chisel, which is really nice. And we got some mahogany wood. Perfect. So, today was all about storage. And I hope you guys liked this this video. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys learned a little bit, of information that I was able to pass along with the storage crates and the storage mods. We're going to be using that for automation. Believe me, automation is coming. I know a lot of people were saying, where's the automation? Because I want to see more automation stuff. Believe me, it's coming. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this, man, if I can talk, give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.